Okay, folks, I'm having a little epiphany here, and I want to share it with you, the loyal Mike Messier friend, YouTube follower, whatever, wherever you found this video. So it's about 3:30 in the morning, and it was a Friday night, and now it's a Saturday morning, and I've been railing against WWE for about 3 or 4 years, but I'm on and off with the WWE network. Sometimes I subscribe, sometimes I don't. And for those that don't know, I did have a job interview for the WWE creative writing team right there in person at Titan Tower, December 13th, 2007. And I found myself in one of these Facebook threads tonight, Facebook wrestling groups, and someone had a question about the WWE title versus the World Heavyweight title. And I found myself answering their question and giving off the top of my head, no Googling. I just went through the whole thing. Uh, Brock beat Rock. Eric Bischoff gave a title to Triple H. That title, was what Benoit had. Dolph McIntyre had it. Mark Henry had it. Going all the way through up to the Universal title, just off the top of my fucking head. No Googling, giving pure facts, pure information. And then I said, you know what? Part of what I wrote about was this John Cena Randy Orton match at TLC 2013. And I didn't know the exact name of the pay per view of the year, but I was like, somewhere around 2011 or 12, it was Cena versus Orton in a ladder match that Orton won. And then I said, you know what? I've never even watched that match. So here I am. I'm Google fucking it, and I'm finding the Cena Orton match, this TLC, and here's CM Punk coming out on the first match on this show, and I booted up the network, and I was going to watch Halloween Havoc 91, Ron Simmons versus Lex Luger, but I've seen that match a couple of times, and there's a bunch of WWE pay-per-views the last 10 years that I've not watched at all, okay? So then I say, you know what, I'm going to watch this thing. I'm going to watch the Cena Orton ladder match, and I don't skip to the match because, like a connoisseur, I tend to enjoy watching the entire show, the entire card, not just one match. So this is going somewhere, folks. Um, when I'm watching Triple H and Stephanie McMahon come out, and they do this promo about Thez, and they do this promo about Buddy Rogers. Of course, it's Triple H doing the promo. Stephanie's just standing there. And you're basically talking about two different titles and how Thez went one way, Buddy Rogers went the other way, and they each had separate championships, and those two titles, and now the two titles are up in the ladder. That's all fine and good, and it's a good little scope of history, a good Cliff Notes version of history, Triple H. But what I'm also thinking is, wait a minute, weren't these two titles merged at 2001 Survivor Series with, Jericho and Kurt Angle and The Rock and Steve Austin in a tournament? So if those two titles were merged at Survivor Series 2001, and this show is TLC 2013, so in 12 years, are they saying that what they did 12 years earlier is non-consequential? I mean, they basically are just repeating the same concept twice, and they did this whole opening promo video montage of Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and all the different world champions. And they're basically trying to say, well, this has never been done before. We're merging these two titles. Wait a minute. I've been watching this stuff long enough, and I can tell you that was pretty much the exact same hype and the exact same hyperbole of Survivor Series 2001. So you're just trying to sell people the same thing you've already sold them, and you're hoping that enough time has passed that people have forgot. Well, I've never watched this show before because I stopped watching WWE pay-per-views. This was before the network. And, my point is, who are they trying to fool? Or is it just laziness? And then it goes to another point, folks. Look, I'm a very creative person. Okay, I may not be the most intelligent when it comes to building an engine for your car, or I may not be able to mow the lawn the best in the neighborhood, but I can write a fucking screenplay, and I can write wrestling. And I had a job interview for the WWE, and I'm telling you that if I had been hired by that goddamn company, we'd all be enjoying better wrestling now. Me as the writer and you as the watcher. So when I see the WWE at this fucking pay per view from 2013 just selling people the same thing they sold them in 2001, which is basically unification, never been done before, but they themselves did it before. They had merged the two titles, the lineage WCW and the lineage WWE. They did it at Survivor Series 2001, and they undid it when they gave, I guess, September of 2002, they gave Triple H that title. So who are they trying to fool? Idiots, morons? And you know, you can just sit there and say, well, it's just wrestling. But then I'm looking at Triple H and Stephanie, and Triple H is a nice suit and he's in great shape, and Stephanie is in great shape. And I guess at this time they had one or two of their three kids, and good for them for that. And the fans in the audience are all fat and overweight and just wearing T-shirts and bums. And I'm really just seeing that this is just a power struggle. I mean, these two clowns, Triple H and Stephanie, are just selling the morons in the audience the same crap they've already been sold and bought. So we can all just shrug and say it's just wrestling and blah, blah, blah. But if people like myself are trying to take this thing seriously and trying to get a job for this company and try to have some integrity in this world for professional wrestling, and you realize that they just think so little of the audience that they sell you the same goddamn crap again, then it's time for me to say, okay, we've got the Shield. It's a 3-on-1 match against CM Punk, and I'm going to move forward. And even though it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and this is typically my wrestling time, I am now going to close this window. I'm going to shut it down and watch something else, something non-wrestling based or non-WWE based at least. Maybe a different type of wrestling. Maybe I'll find something on ESPN app and watch some MMA, something with some real integrity in theory. Although MMA, UFC has their own problems with steroid users. So I'm just trying to have the epiphany that they've created this world for themselves, the WWE, but my world is bigger than theirs. My intelligence is Peter Jackson level creativity. So I'm not going to waste any more of my goddamn precious time with this company that thinks so lowly of you, thinks so lowly of me. If they are so lazy and incompetent that they're just going to sell the same story they sold you once before, well, the question is, are we stupid enough to buy it? So I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to watch this goddamn Randy Orton, John Cena fucking ladder match, okay? It's beneath me. It's beneath me because it's poorly scripted and there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for them putting that out there. There's no excuse for me watching it. The time has come for us to realize that the WWE is dog shit. And each and every one of us who chooses to watch this company that supports the Donald Trump administration financially, we are choosing to piss our fucking lives away. So maybe I'll go to the goddamn grave having never made my goddamn movies that I wanted to make, that I wrote. Maybe I'll go to my goddamn grave never being appreciated by people the way that I should be. But at least one of you assholes out there might be inspired by my genius and my words in this moment. Okay? So that's why I do these goddamn videos. My life is pretty much over. I did not fulfill the potential that I had. I'm trying to reach out to the fucking asshole that's coming next who might be able to turn his or her goddamn life around, okay? So that's how serious this goddamn thing goes. So when I'm telling you to not waste your goddamn lives watching this goddamn wrestling, this goddamn WWE, I'm trying to fucking save you from the fate of unfulfilled potential. So maybe you fucking pieces of shit should appreciate me, okay?